So how do planets move from where they formed? This is called planetary migration, and we think it's actually probably very common. Planets don't have to stay where they formed in the system. And this explains why we see so many what we call hot Jupiters. Jupiter-like planets, gas giants that we think have migrated from the outer regions of their solar system, where we think they must have formed, to be right up next to their stars. So there's two main categories of ways that this can happen. The first is interactions with the initial disk of material that the planets would have formed out of. So this circumstellar around the star disk, or protoplanetary, so the disk that the planets formed from, that's just basically leftover material that didn't make it into being part of an asteroid or a comet or a planet or something like that, that's still going around that star. And so as that planet interacts with those, it can exchange angular momentum, and that can change the shape of the orbit. So you may end up with a planet like Jupiter basically spiraling in and in and in. We think this probably happened somewhat in our own system, but the second mechanism that we think there is, and there's categories underneath this, is gravitational interactions with other bodies. So this could be stars, other planets, where just the little tug of gravity is enough to, over a long period of time, change the shape of an orbit. So if you imagine two planets going around a star, right? Sometimes those planets are going to be very close to each other when they're both on the same side of the star. And then sometimes they're actually going to be quite far apart. So when they're close to each other like this, well, the closer they are, the stronger they're going to feel that attractive force between them. The gravity is going to be stronger there, right? So that might tug on this one a little bit and change the shape of its orbit a little bit. Over time, that makes a big, big difference. And if you have something like a star, because remember that stars are moving too, the stars are all going around the center of their galaxy. So another star comes and passes nearby, and it tugs on everything in that solar system. Maybe it's a little brown dwarf or a passing rogue planet, something like that. That can really change the orbits of everything inside that system. So those are our two main ways. Interacting with that initial disk, that only lasts for a short period of time because that disk eventually dissipates, and then gravitational interactions with other bodies.